guys, and welcome back to another video. Now I hope you're all doing fantastic today, and hopefully this video is going to make your day better because we're going to be uncovering some serious value. Okay, now in this video we're going to be having a look at how we can leverage Apple's $1 trillion business model in order to make more money with OnlyFans accounts. Okay, and it's a very odd comparison, however it is a very valuable framework to have in place in order to actually scale your OnlyFans accounts into the millions. Okay, so let's get into the video. So very simply, we're going to cover Apple's $1 trillion business model. Now, yes, $1 trillion. Apple was one of the first companies to achieve $1 trillion valuation. That's not million, that's not billion, that's trillion. That's an astronomical amount of money. And they did this with this business model. Okay, and very simply, the business model is as follows. So it starts off, it's a flywheel essentially, and it's the Apple business model flywheel. And what they do is they use new products here, and they sell these new products to old customers. Okay, so it's not they release new products to new customers, they sell new products to old customers. And they do this by they host, different webinars, different live events, different in-person events, showcasing the new products, and they sell that to their existing audience. Okay, all their old customers, and then from there, we have Apple's old products here. They use Apple's old products in order to sell to new customers. And this loop just continually repeats, and it's a flywheel to acquire customers. Okay, because once a customer gets into the Apple's brand, they don't really go out of it because they use this framework here. So they have new products they release, for example, new iPhones, and they sell these new iPhones to the old customers that they currently have, and then release the old products which attract new customers here. Okay, so you may be asking, okay, this is all well and good, and yes, this makes sense. I understand how this works because yes, Apple's old products do attract the new customers, and yes, Apple do release new products to old customers, so it makes sense. However, how is this relevant to OnlyFans? Well, very simply, we can use this very similar framework when it comes to maximizing the amount of leverage that we have when it comes to each bit of content that gets created. So you can use this framework to make sure that no content is going to waste. As I see, lots of people's content goes to waste, and it's because they're not using this flywheel method here. So you can do this, but instead of product, it's for content, and it's for the content that's, the actual OnlyFans product itself. So yes, when you create new content to sell to your subscribers on the platform, what you can do is you can create the new content and you can sell that to the old customers that you already have, which keeps them active, keeps them engaged. And then what you can do is you can then use the old products that you sold to your audience in order to attract new customers. You can use that for marketing, and you can use that when you get new customers coming through the door. And it's a really simple framework when it comes to leveraging that old product effectively, so it doesn't go to waste. And doing so is going to allow you to reach astronomical highs when it comes to your account, because this is a flywheel. So it's just a money-making machine, and the more rotations you do on this flywheel, the more money you're going to be making. And it all starts off by creating a new product for the market, and then you then create this new product. You give it to your old customers. If you don't already have any old customers, fine, you send it out into your audience anyway. You sell them the old product when you've created enough new product here, and you then use that old product to attract new customers, and you can also use it to resell to new customers here. So you can basically get your money's worth when it comes from the bits of content that you create as a creator or as an agency owner managing creators, because it's really important. I see so many people just wasting content that's being created, and that's the last thing you want to do. because as an agency owner, if you're wasting content, the actual model herself is going to be frustrated that you're wasting content, and she doesn't feel like the content that she creates is actually getting properly used. So that's going to create issues in your agency. And if you're a creator, then of course you're missing out on money, because you could be leveraging that old product instead of just leaving it there, forgetting it. You could be leveraging that in order to sell to new customers. Now, in terms of how we do this, we have systems in place which allow us to keep track of this. Now, typically the rotation time from new product to old product, it's as soon as you make new products here that it becomes an old product. However, when you want to start leveraging that content in order to market your brand, typically it could be around about anywhere from 3 to 6 months after content creation. You can start leveraging that content for marketing purposes, which makes it really handy because you have to create less content when it comes to marketing. And it depends, of course, the sort of nature of the content, whether it's suitable for what platform. However, we leverage this old product here, and you may be asking, okay, but surely the subscribers are going to be getting frustrated when they realize that content they're paid for is getting released for free. However, that's not what you're charging for, okay? You're charging money for the actual connection, the actual messaging, the actual community, the actual early access to the new content that you're making, that intimate relationship with you. It's not all about the content that you're selling. Of course, if you just charge them for a bit of content and then you're releasing it straight away, that's going to create some discrepancies and some issues with the subscriber retention rate, as the old product, as they're going to feel like they're getting cheated out and they could just be getting that stuff for free. However, if you've got a long enough timeline in terms of waiting until you release the old product to attract new customers, you can always use the old product to sell to new customers. However, you can also use it to attract. So it's like a two-pronged method there. You're gonna not have issues if you wait at least 3 to 6 months when it comes to selling that old product to attract new customers. And this flywheel is very simply, very effective. It's what Apple use in order to keep their customers engaged and to keep it compounding after every loop. Because let's say you got 100 subscribers, which you're selling the new product to, that's a lot of money. However, when you use the old product to generate new customers, and you also use it to again sell to the new customers, you're going to be making a lot of money with that method as well. It's kind of another loop of another revenue generation method, as you don't constantly have to be selling the new product to the old customers and the new customers at the same time. You can use the old products to be doing that as well. And doing so, you're going to use that. You're going to generate maybe an extra 50 subscribers on the next loop. And then you create a new product and you're selling it to 150 old customers, and so forth. The loop continues, and as long as you keep the loop and the flywheel turning, it's not going to stop. And that's what Apple have been really good at. They've been keeping this loop turning for years and years now, and they're seeing the compound interest of this flywheel. Okay, so I hope this video provided some value. If it did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.